Alright, so here's my trail. It's nighttime. It's after dark. It's actually like that. It's only 7 o'clock right now. But anyways, after dark. Yeah, 7:14. So I went on a ride after I put in the the tachometer. So let's look at it real fast. So here I wrapped it some around here just to take off some of the slack. Right, route it down like so. Up here, down, 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 like so. And wrapped around here a few times to take off some more of the slack. Then I have my, wrapped around my coil. I have it wrapped around 6 times. So yeah, so it's 6 times around the coil. I think the instruction manual said 4 or 5 times. Anyways, I was thinking of doing it like 8 times, but I think if you do it too many times, it's not it doesn't work that good either. If you do it too little, it doesn't work good, but if you do it too many times, it doesn't work that good. But anyways, enough of that. Let's go back to here. So there's the clock, or that's the time. That's how many hours I've gone since I put this on. So I went on like a 45-mile ride or so, maybe 40 miles ride over the mountain. Well, not totally over the mountain, halfway over the mountain. So let's look at it. So right now that's the time. If I push this right here, this right here shows the maximum RPM. So I was able to get it to 8660. So this is on the flats, okay? It's not downhill. Downhill, it actually wouldn't go up that high. Downhill, it only went up to 85, I think, around 8500. Well, actually, maybe even a little less than that. Maybe like 8450 or something like that. But uphill, it went like 85 something, 8550 maybe. But downhill and uphill is not very accurate because the load is different. But on the flats, it's a little bit more constant. So I was able to get it to 8660 is my maximum. So this changes things. All this time I had thought that this bike peaked out at 9200. Because that's what people were saying that what the Grom and the Monkey rev limiter is. So I assumed that it was the same. So it's not. It's looks like it's about 500 plus RPMs less than the Grom and Monkey. But anyways, I'm gonna after I'm gonna ride around a little bit longer. I just want to see at what speed, at what RPMs. Obviously right now at night when I'm running, this thing doesn't turn on at night. Or the light doesn't turn on at night. It only turns on if I press the buttons. It turns on for like a second, then it turns off. If I leave it on, it'd be okay too. I have a setting that can leave the light on, but the bad thing about that is that it drains the batteries. This thing is not connected to the bike. It has its own battery, so it drains it too fast. If you see my battery light right here, it's only, let's see. So you see, it's only 2 bars now. When I initially put it on, I had 1 bar. I had 3 bars. It was full. Then my ride over the first, on the way over the mountain, I had left this on. That's how I saw it. Then when I got to where I was going, I noticed the bar actually went down to 1 bar. And I was like, oh shoot, that was fast. That was like only like half an hour or so. So anyway, so I turned that off to set it so that way light only turns on when this turns on. So I guess the ride back, it went back, jumped back to 2 bars. But anyways, yeah. So 8680 is the maximum RPM that this goes. So gearing wise, I'm gonna go back onto Gearing Commander. Or is it Gearing Commander or Gear Commander? Anyways, whatever it's called, the website, and I'm gonna punch in the numbers. Punch in this number 8660, and see what it shows up, and see how it lines up with the top speed on this bike. And top speed, so far I got on top speed of this bike, and this is downhill. Okay, downhill top speed, it was I think indicated 61, maybe 62, was what I saw, and that's indicated. So that's not real speed either. I need to set a GPS run and see. I should have done that tonight, but it was kind of cold and it was dark and I could see nothing. Anyways, yeah. So that's that. So I want to test this on the Super Cub as well, see how it does, and also the Monkey too. Because now I have a suspicion that the Monkey, the rev limiter is not 92. You know, not like people were saying 92. I don't think it is. I think it might be less than that. Just because of the suspicion, you know, with this bike, and how, you know, how this bike is topping out, and also how the Monkey is topping out. Because the Monkey tops out at around 60, just a little bit over 60. You know, like 61, 62, and that's it. You know, so that also tells me that the rev is not as, you know, the rev limiter is not as high as people claim it is. But with that said, the Super Cub, you know, the Super Cub downhill, I've gotten that thing up to like 76, 78 miles an hour, somewhere in that range. So that's a big difference. But the Super Cub is geared taller than you know, of the three bikes, the Super Cub is geared the tallest. So anyways, yeah, stay tuned. So with that, I've got to run the engine just to show you guys the idle speed. So you know, because you could change this tachometer for different engine configurations and engine types, so that way it can read properly. So let's turn this on. Let's see, it's in gear right now. Take it out of gear. Okay, neutral. Alright, so that's when you first turn it on, it's a little, it always revs a little bit higher. Alright, and then it idle down. So, so I believe the spec for this, the idle speed is 1400 RPMs, give or take 100. So there it is, 1400 RPMs. Alright. Let me drop back down again. Actually, I did this, I revved it out too. Actually, let me see if I can rev it out. And see if you guys can hear the rev limiter kick in. You hear that? See that? It was 84, it was just under 8,500. That's just, you know, sitting here with no load on the engine. Going uphill, it was about the same, maybe a little bit higher. But going flat, it was definitely higher. It was, you know, it read 8660 on the flats. All right, so yeah, that's it. Turn this off. 8490. This max RPM was this last cycle. So the last cycle was 8490, right? But I go into the menu, it will show me the max RPM period, not the last cycle, but just you know, the whole time that it peaked out. Okay, so that's it. All right, thanks for watching.